Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no!
I was asleep before. That's how we let it happen. When they slaughtered Congress, we didn't wake up. When they blamed terrorists and suspended the Constitution, we didn't wake up then either. Now I'm awake. My name is Offred. I had another name.
Ladies, I have to let you go. It's the law now.
They needed to do it this way. All the bank accounts and the jobs all at the same time. You imagine the airports otherwise?
Run! No, please don't take her. No!
You girls will serve the leaders and their barren wives. You will bear children for them.
There's an eye in your house.
I'll send you to the colonies. You'll be cleaning up toxic waste and then you'll die.
Tonight is a celebration of Gilead and of what we have achieved.
We only wanted to make the world better.
Better.
Better never means better for everyone.
I want to keep on living for her.
Remember your scripture. Blessed are the meek.
And blessed are those who suffer for the cause of righteousness.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yanni and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about always removing the feminine symbol off of all sanitary products. And I wanted to talk about this today, and I'm going to bring on my best friend here, Alexis, and she's going to weigh in. She's going to give her thoughts and opinions and her own perspective on how she feels about them removing the symbol. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, she's going to be sharing her thoughts, and hopefully you guys get engaged down there in the comment section. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. So I was on NBC News and I read the whole article about how this all came about. So basically what happened was a trans male emailed Always and they made a complaint saying, you know, we kind of feel left out, so can you include us with your products? So Always thought it was a great idea to just go ahead and remove the symbol completely, and they plan to create a new symbol for the year of 2020. Now, the reason that I don't agree with this entire situation is because if you have not seen Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, I really advise that you check out the show. Honestly, like when it comes to this entire situation, it reminds me of the whole women's rights being taken because of the whole abortion thing recently that took place a few months ago, and the Handmaid's Tale show was brought up yet again. And I understand that Always is wanting to include everyone, but at the same time, sometimes when you try to include everyone, you're excluding at the same time. And that's how I feel as a biological woman. I feel like they're excluding women like myself from their products. Now, a lot of people are like, well, I don't care anyway because they use bleaching properties and things like that within their products. And then also I saw some other comments saying that, you know, I use organic or whatever, but I think people are not understanding what the bigger picture is. And the bigger picture is that this can definitely impact any future rights for us biological women, and that's the issue that I have with this. It has nothing to do with wanting trans men and trans women to feel included. It's kind of like, well, where do my rights stand with them feeling included when we talk about this? How do you feel about them removing the symbol from the Always brand? I agree with you. I think it's just about the principle. Like, people keep saying stuff about like how Always uses whatever in their product, but it's literally just the principle. Like, they're starting off with something so small, and it may seem like very, very small to you guys, but like it is gonna turn into something big later on. They always start off to see how we're gonna react to the situation, to see, you know what I'm saying, for it to become a bigger thing.
Right. I'm like, if you know me, I'm not a judgmental person at all, and I like to see perspective from everywhere and hear everybody else's side. And I feel like I really don't agree with it, because I feel like that's just like one other thing that's being taken away from us as females, biological women. I'm gonna use the correct terminology for the sake of being politically correct on my YouTube channel, but no, that's smart. Biological women, I feel that when these type of things occur, it's kind of like, okay, I stand for women and I stand for human beings and I stand for trans people, because at the end of the day, they are human beings. However, when it starts to kind of interfere with my own rights, that's when I have a problem. I don't have a problem with trans people. I don't have a problem with trans wanting to be included. I don't even have an issue with them being included. It's all about how it's being done. And my whole point when we talk about this, why didn't Always create a symbol for trans men for their products? Why did they feel like they had to basically erase biological women by removing the symbol and basically saying, well, oh, it's not just for you, it's for men too, in a way? I don't know. I feel like I'll have to disagree with you on that specific point, because I feel like if they did make a symbol for them, they would feel even more excluded, because they're like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, just why not just leave it alone? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Just like let it be like how it is. Like, I feel like we're very, very inclusive in so many ways when it comes to transgender, you know what I'm saying? But like something like this, I feel like is gonna be turned into something way bigger later on. I don't know. What are your predictions for way bigger? I feel like everything comes full circle. So it's going to be like how it was back in the day. Like you said, you watched Handmaid's Tale, and that is intense. I've heard about it. I have not seen it, but I've read into it, and I've had so many people tell me about it. And you can already see how things are going right now with... I don't feel like people are seeing the bigger picture. Like, I know it's something so small, and you even made a point earlier saying, or I think you were on Twitter and someone was saying that if I didn't even notice that there was a symbol, a feminine symbol on the Always packaging, how did they, like, how sensitive do you have to be to where you notice a symbol on the Always package and now you feel like, oh, that needs to be changed, when I have been getting them since I was probably like either 11 or 12 years old. Yeah. And I've never noticed the symbol on the packaging. So why does that matter? It's almost like people are trying to like change everything. And where does that leave people that were born a certain way and we're okay with how we were born? Like, we are okay and we're comfortable within our own skin. It's like you're trying to include everyone that's not comfortable in their own skin. So it's like, where does it place the people that are comfortable? You know, like, I like agree with you. I'm all for somebody being whoever they want to be. But I just have a question, because I feel like I don't want to be naive to the situation. I want to understand it. I wonder, like, if you are somebody that's trying to change yourself to not be a woman, why it matters so much to have something so small as far as a symbol be removed from a box. Like, you know what I mean? Right. So I posted this to my Instagram and you guys really went in the comments, but there was one comment that really stuck out to me, and it was from one of my supporters. Her name is Jessica Ann, and she said, "This is a man's world. Even when they don't identify with being a man, they still utilize their male privileges." And I thought that was just such a profound thing to say, because when you really think about it, we live in a male-dominated society, and it's almost like a slap in the face to biological women saying, like, we really don't have our own anymore. We really don't have something that we can call ours. And that's why this symbol is such a big thing. Like, women's rights, we fought so hard to have them, and to see something that's so small, like a symbol that represents
womanhood and femininity and everything that I stand for as a womanist be removed from a package of products that was made for women. Our reproductive system is different from men, and it to be revised and changed and everything is a slap in the face to all the women that fought so hard to have something like a feminine symbol on sanitary napkins. It's a big deal, and I feel like that's being overlooked, and I don't understand why some women don't really understand, but it's like your rights are kind of being taken from you slowly, and it starts very, very small, and then they start to multiply, and then the effect is huge, and the outcome is huge. It's bigger than just this small symbol that so many people are saying, oh, they're overreacting, and it's like, no, we really aren't, because
do what we allow.
Exactly. So if we allow this, then we're going to allow other things, or they're going to expect us to be okay with other things that are bigger than this little thing. And I think that's being overlooked as well.
There was another comment that stood out to me. I think you mentioned it too, about how like we have a lot of trans people being put in the forefront, and they're getting so much praise for something that a woman who was born a woman would have done, and you know what I'm saying,
and we don't get any praise at all. Yeah, and I'm seeing that a lot, and that's why it's like you want to include them, but at the same time it's almost like when you include them, you're excluding yourself, because they tend to get more shine for who they are over biological women. All because they're trans, they get more shine because they're trans, versus a biological woman is kind of being silenced. This is what this video is about. It's the fear of biological women being silenced. It's the fear of biological women, our voices not being heard, us not being seen, our rights being taken. Like, if the trans agenda didn't affect biological women and our rights, I don't think we would have an issue with it. I don't think I would be creating this video, because honestly, it would not have any effect on me. But when it starts affecting me, that's when it's like, okay, let me step in and let me say something, let me speak out, because it's really unfair. It's just not fair. If it was fair, it would make sense, but I just don't feel like it's fair. Like, it's leading to unfairness, in my opinion, with this small symbol that we are seeing get removed.
Yeah, I'm not judging it. I just want to hear more, and I want to understand it more, because like you said, it's something that affects you personally. And
then someone else made a good point under my Instagram. I'm not sure what her username was or what her name was, but she said, why not get a hysterectomy? They won't have to worry. Isn't that the whole reason that they transitioned to be a trans man? And that was another great point. It's like, isn't that the whole reason that you're transitioning from being a female to male? Is because you're trying to get rid of the very thing that symbolizes that. And I thought that was another great point. And a hysterectomy, that's something that you can get covered under your insurance. It's not like plastic surgery where you have to pay out of pocket for that, or you got to get financed for that. A hysterectomy is definitely something that could be covered under healthcare. So that's another point that I wanted to make.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to feel excluded, but I also don't want to feel excluded.
Right. And that's the thing that we were talking about. We were talking about how we want everyone to feel included, and we are down for inclusivity and everything like that. It's just when we feel like somehow us including everyone is kind of like pushing us out of the circle altogether. And it's like, okay, we want to stand for trans, and we want to be understanding of them, and we want to be there for them. We want to support them and everything. But at the same time, we're like, okay, well, we don't want to lose our rights in the process. This is what this video is basically about. We don't want to lose our rights because we stood for trans people and their rights. It's almost like they want us to pick a side. It's like we either have to be supportive or we have to be transphobic. And it's like, I don't want to be transphobic. I want to be supportive, but I still don't want to lose my own rights as a biological woman, right? So it's like, why are they pushing this agenda? It's almost making us feel like as biological women, we have to choose. Like, are we down with the trans or are we not?
You're not. Exactly.
And it's like, why can I not be down with the trans?
Healthy medium. I mean, I'm here for you. I really am.
Right.
We're born women, okay?
We're
African
American
women. We're tall women. We are plus size women.
Right.
Well, curvy. We'll say either one.
Curvy, but plus size. I still gotta walk to the back to get my pants, so I'm still plus size. So I gotta walk to the back of the store just like y'all, so I'm still plus size.
And I know there's a lot of people that really just don't care about it, but like, you have to look at it in a different perspective. And think outside of your own thoughts, and or even put the situation into a situation that matters to you, and then you can think about it from a different way and be like, okay, wow, that really makes sense, because that's what I had to do too. Because I'm very supportive of that community. I'm like, okay, like,
right,
why not? But then you think about it and then you're like, why? You know,
I got love for everybody.
Me too.
And that's why, like, when it comes to videos like this, like, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want people to feel like I don't have love for them because I feel this way. And it's like, I still have love for you, but I'm a womanist. Like,
but you don't have to agree with everything.
Right. I stand for womanhood. And another thing that I want to highlight, I watched my mom go through the whole process of getting her thyroid removed. And I remember her going through that period where she didn't even know what was wrong. It all started with her bleeding a lot and heavily bleeding. It got so bad to the point where I remember going to church with her and she was saying, Kiana, I think I bled through my skirt. And I said, what? And she was like, yeah, I think I bled through my skirt. Now, this is me knowing that prior, like weeks ago, she went and got the biggest pads they had, the jumbo ones, the ones that you wear right after you have a baby.
The diaper ones.
And she was like, I think I bled through them. So when she got up, she had me look and I was like, yeah, you did. And so when I think about stuff like that, and I think about womanhood, and I think about things that women go through, and I think about moments like that, this is why I made this video, because it's important. Like, stop trying to make it seem like this is not a big deal. Like, this is what womanhood is all about. That feminine symbol that was removed was all about what womanhood is about. And when my mom went through that whole process, I just remember her being so insecure and always worried about how she was going to bleed through something just because her thyroids were getting bigger and bigger and they were growing in her stomach to where it looked like she was pregnant. And then there's also been other situations where I've been around women who've had miscarriages in their pads. And it's like, if you cannot relate to that or understand that, then I can understand why you don't agree with where I stand with my perspective. But if you've ever been in a situation where you had an experience like that of just what womanhood can look like, then I think you would understand where I'm coming from. You know?
Yeah, and like I said, there's no hate here, there's no judgment here. I just want to know your side of it, and I want to have questions answered, just like why, you know what I'm saying?
So that's all that I have for today. I would love your opinions and your thoughts and your perspectives down below in the description box. Try not to be transphobic with your comments because I honestly want understanding. I don't make these videos to cause conflict in the comment section. I literally make these videos for educational purposes and for understanding, because I have my way of thinking, but then I know like a trans woman or trans man, they have their way of thinking, and maybe they can open my eyes to understand them better. So in the comments, I really would like your opinion on why this symbol being removed is so important to you. Comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload. And also follow her on Instagram.
I just want to say something.
What?
Great debate is healthy, you know?
It is.
There's no need to get nasty.
Yeah.
Who's to say what's right and what's wrong?
Right.
We're just all people with opinions.
We are just here, you heard the disclosure, to have conversation. Okay, we don't sip tea on this channel. Okay, we don't expose.
We give opinions.
We research, we give opinions on topics, and we just keep it at that. And also, I learn a lot. Like, I've grown so much through my video topics than any other videos I've ever done, including makeup and hair. I have grown so much as a person mentally, so it would be great to get your opinion on this topic down below. So comment it down below, and please follow her on Instagram
at Alexis Gregg, ALEXUSGREGG.
And also subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you in my next one.
We only wanted to make the world better. Better. Better never means better for everyone.